Hey guys, it is Dan, aka Prof Chipboard here, and I'm here with my week 6 match? No, week 7 match against Frosty Alpha of the Golden State Wartortles. And we're both 4-2 going into this, so it's a big match. We're in different divisions, but I still really want to make sure I go 5-2 and not 4-3 because that puts me in such a better place for playoffs because it's really tight at the moment. I don't think for any teams which are potentially better than 5-2 going into particularly in my division. So it could be really close. I know there's definitely going to be a couple of teams which are going to be around 4-3. So I do 100% want to try and win this one. So he has a team of Tapu Lele, Magaralakazam, Garchomp, which is a Z-mover, Crobat, Heracross, Mantine, Alolan Muck, Miltank, Lucario, Druddigon, and Frostlass. Obviously the big things there are he's got some decent priority users, even though he's got the Psychic Terrain, in that he's got the Muck, and he's got the Lucario, and potentially Second Punch on Dragon. He's got the Lele Mega Alakazam Psychic Offense Core, which is very difficult to switch into. He has some really fast sort of quick mons in that he's got the Garchomp, particularly the Crobat, and Mega Alakazam. And he's got a couple of pretty good defensive checks to the Pheromosa. The Druddigon's not a bad one if he's max Phys Def and I'm physically offensive. Tank Chomp, same, because that'll get off a lot of damage against me. But his best ones by far are the Crobat's not bad. His best ones by far are the Mantine, which if it's Phys Def, I basically can't break through if I'm a physical set or like your standard mix set. And the Alolan Muck, which particularly with AV, I have a real tough time breaking through. Doesn't really enjoy high jump kicks, but still, I think it can live 2 from non-boosting item, and I can struggle. I mean, basically, it's a bit of a struggle to break down, particularly for the rest of my team. So one of the big things here is that I've noticed that your standard Scarf, your standard mixed Pharaoh, it's not going to have a tremendous amount of good time. We know he's going to have a Scarfer. One of those Scarfers is going to be either Crobat, the Tapu Lele, or Garchomp, or not the Heracross actually. I don't think it can outspeed. Lucario potentially as well, or Frostlass. So he will bring one of those, which is Scarf. We know that. He's also likely to bring the Lele Alakazam because my dark type is can't be scarfed, and doesn't really deal well with either him or the rest of his team. And my Psychic type is a Musharna and it is very low tier, and he does have that Alolan Muck, which is a very solid dark type. But things I've noticed is that his priority users probably aren't gonna pack priority because he does have that Psychic Terrain. He also is unlikely to hazard stack me because Frostlass's matchup is not the best against me. I do have plenty of things which can deal with it, like Maul and things like that. And yeah, so basically, this team I've brought. I should explain that quickly. I brought Pheromosa. I've brought Quiver Dance, Focus Sash, HP Electric, Bug Buzz, and Ice Beam. The reason for that is that at +1, with Rocks Up, I have a chance to kill everything on his team, with the exception of an AV Muck, which is the reason for HP Electric. Because if he's sort of your Phys Def Mantine, I'm not breaking through it whatsoever. And same with Crobat. And I basically have to be mixed. I want the Ice Beam there because basically Bolt Beam coverage does a number on his team. He doesn't really have any good switch-ins for both, with the exception of stuff like the Alolan Muck, which is just generally bulky. I then have a Shadow Ball, Spadef, Calm Mind, Weakness Policy, Baton Pass, and then Moonlight, Musharna. And basically the idea on this is that it can take any 2 hits, or it can take any hit from the Tapu Lele. I think any 2 hits from the Mega Alakazam, unless he's like a Specs, yeah, basically unless he's Specs lately, I think I can deal with him. And basically the idea is I can either I have a good chance to kill them at +2 with a Shadow Ball, or even can be able to sort of set up on them to a certain extent with Moonlight if he's not got the Mill Tank, which I don't expect him to because I do have a Pheromosa, I do have a Cobalion, and if he's not got and if Alolan Muck is very, very chipped. But equally, if Alolan Muck isn't chipped and Lele, I don't have to switch into that. I can sit in front of it, Baton Pass out, let him either knock me off or pursuit me, take that, and then pass +2 attack and +2 special attack into something which his team doesn't appreciate. So yeah, that's really nice as a potential option. I then have a Cobalion, pretty standard Taunt, Stealth Rock, Close Combat Ironhead. I know I get walled by Mantine, but I've brought other things with electric coverage to deal with that. Rocks are good against his team. He has like a few flying types, and also I want something with Taunt because I don't want Frostlass standing up spike after spike against me. Because it's going to be really, really nasty for me if I have to switch round and pivot and things are barely surviving anyway. But yeah, it does decently against his team. Outspeeds for Tapu Lele if he's not Scarfed, and Ironhead kills. You can take a hit from Tapu Lele as well from full, as long as he's not Specs or Life Orb. Basically, does a decent job of hard walling the Muck and getting off a powerful +1 close combat after, because worst case he knocks me off. I've got Sugar Berry on it, so I can potentially take a hit from a Scarf Chomp and get some damage off on that. I then have DD Zygarde because his team is really weak to DD Zygarde. Outside of Fizdef Heracross and like a Fizdef Mantine, but even Fizdef Mantine doesn't take it on man. Well, outside of Fizdef Miltank and Fizdef Heracross, doesn't have really things which can wall it. And there's a lot of things on his team which don't sort of deal with it well. His best / really only way of revenging it is Scarf Jump, or potentially Scarf Lele, but even then that's a speed tie if I'm at +1. So yeah, this thing is big win con. I then finally have my Zapdos. Defog, just offensive. Even though I'm sped up, I don't really take hits particularly well, so I thought I'd rather go T-Bot, HB Ice, Heat Wave. Did I bring Heat Wave? No, I didn't bring Heat Wave. I brought Roost and Defog, just in case it was hazard stacked. I probably a little bit over prepped for that, but it does. Bolt Beam coverage is very good against his team. He doesn't have good electric switch-ins because I do have HB Ice to take on Machamp, and I've got a Charty Berry as well to bet. I believe I've got a Charty Berry to better take on Machamp. And finally, I decided to bring a mean Porygon Z. It's physical adaptability. Basically, if I can pass the +2 into this from a weakness policy, I can set up in the face of a Muck as long as I don't get crit or by something or poisoned by Gunk Shot, and basically +3 return from an adaptability Jolly Porygon 2 kills everything. He may be able to revenge me with a Scarfer, but it's a decent late game cleaner, and I decided I wanted to bring it because the special set wouldn't have been particularly great, and I couldn't really find anything sort of else which I really desperately wanted to bring. I could have brought a AV Tangrowth, which probably would have been a better bet to take on, so I had another switch in, but he has the Muck, he has a lot of his things which didn't deal with it really, really well, and like as I Crobat. So to start off, I've decided I want Rocks up. I lead Cobalion. I believe I just get up Rocks here as he U-turns out. If he taunted, it's not the end of the world. If he heat waved, it's a bit annoying. He goes out into his Chomp. I'm not staying in because his figures are still at good enough health. Go into Zapdos as he sets up his own Rocks. Not a big problem. I decide I want to get damage off of this thing. HP Ice has a chance to kill if he's offensive, and he's Yachi Berry Tank Chomp. As he reveals by the Dragon Tail and the HP. Unluckily for him, he hits me into my lair, and I've got a free Ice Beam here, just to get the kill. There's no point me trying to set up because I know he has the Dragon Tail, and yeah, if he doesn't really have any good switch-ins. So yeah, he goes into Mantine, +1 HP Electric, has a chance to kill if he's Fizz Death, as I'm expecting him to be, and almost kills him. Would have without the Whack-Arm Berry, as he Scalds. That's and that's great for me because my layer's not dead and it's broken down. Basically, his best, basically his two things which can take on the Zygarde defensively kind of are both gone. So as here, I stay in as he goes into his Alolan Muck. Basically, I'm not sure if a Pursuit won't kill me. I don't think he'll have Shadow Sneak, or I don't know if he does. And a +2 Bug Buzz is going to get a really nice chunk of damage off him. But if he does kill me, I get a free switch. I get a free Dragon Dance with Jabber. Doesn't get Ice Beam. This like he can't really do much to me. He could knock me off and maybe get the poison, but even then he's sort of I've got a free Dragon Dance. He's in trouble. He goes out into his Crobat, and basically I can get up another Dragon Dance. I could just kill him off, but if I get up to +2, that means I OHKO everything, and I definitely outspeed a Scarf Tapu Lele. And HP Ice, modest HP Ice plus Shadow Sneak cannot kill me. As he gets up a Tailwind, and actually reveals that he's Scarfed here, so I realise that I have completely free D-Dances. Yeah, and he's really in trouble. So basically, the extra D-Dance here is in case you want to go hard out into something. Basically, if he stays in long enough and I D-Dance up enough, then I can outspeed everything, even though he's got the Tailwind up. If he'd gone hard into his what's it called here? If he had gone hard into his Mega Alakazam, a +2.5 speed, I think had a chance to kill. If he had gone, right, it was basically expected me to kill him off, and also not set up a second Dragon Dance and get off the free surprise Tailwind and then be able to near counter sweep me with a Lele. But basically here he's in a bit of a issue because I could just carry on Dragon Dancing up, and indeed that's definitely my play. We know 100% he's Scarfed. I Dragon Dance up one, maybe two more times until the Tailwind would be at a stage of going, or one more time to get to +3, and then I just kill him. Sweet. But I rather stupidly don't do that and get off and Thousand Arrows, because if he'd gone into something else and he was Scarf Lele, then he potentially could have killed me, because +2.5 is not the same as ×3, which is a problem. But yeah, but because he went hard into his Lele, he didn't actually have Scarf Lele, because he's got Scarf Crobat. And yeah, this is his game, unfortunately for him. Potentially, had he potentially Tailwinded and then gone hard into his Mega Alakazam, he could have, I think, potentially outsped me and killed me with a Psychic. I don't know, it depends on his speed investment. But either way, I would have been at +2.5. And he would have been at sort of double his natural speed. I don't 100% know. But that is a game. That is game basically. And GG to Frosty. Zygarde's rough on his team, and basically the Scarf Tailwind is a cool tech, but if you're just a bad and greedy setup hungry player like me, it can backfire spectacularly, and unfortunately it did that time. But that's a game. That takes him down to 4-3, which is a bit unfortunate for him. He's still in good sort of shape to make playoffs, I believe. Puts me at 5-2, which is really nice with some tough games coming up. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. I apologise, this isn't the best com. Sorry, that's that's thesis stuff you saw. Basically, it's I'm midway through doing my thesis, so things will not be edited or things like that. So apologies for that. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you hopefully next week when I have my long-awaited rematch with Arky and see if I don't actually hack him to death this time. Cheers, bye.